Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Bannockburn Interchange, where it is 9 minutes past 5 in the morning. I'm doing it slightly different today. In the car, not in the van. And heading into Edinburgh. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. So here we are. Be passing over Grandad's Field any minute now. Grandad's Field. Grandad's Field. Grandad's Field is now. It is. That was Grandad's Field. So many horrible things have happened since then. Since I went up there in 1970, 1971, 1972, 1973, 1974. I think this motorway was built about 1975 maybe. Probably was it 75. I can remember seeing a Range Rover, a police Range Rover pulling. You know how you remember stupid things from when you're young? A police Range Rover pulling over a car on the motorway. You know, one of the old Range Rovers they used to have. I'm trying not to go too fast. I'm just doing 130 at the moment. So it keeps bugging me, that back tyre needs looking. Well, it did go flat once, and it's quite hot. Well, on the thing with weird failures with motor cars, the guy with the Jaguar I-Pace that would just twice accelerated away from him, and the motorway M62, and the police, he had to phone the police twice, and he put it back, and Jaguar couldn't find anything wrong with it. That's insane, isn't it? It's like there's nothing wrong with your car, even though it just sort of rocketed you down the motorway at 120. Touching the brake doesn't do anything. I know what the evangelists will say. I know what they're going to say. Get out into a diesel car. The main issue is it's a computer, isn't it? You know, that's the problem. It's terrible. And then he got it back off them and it happened. That's twice it happened. Jaguar I-Pace. What a piece of shit. And he was complaining that his battery was going down. So I think like the way he said it, he says it's a bit like, you know, you charge your phone up and then you get it goes down all of a sudden, and you know, I thought that was going to last me, and it doesn't. I mean, it's a crazy, stupid idea. You know, this electric car thing. Absolutely bonkers. They should have just built some little ones for the city. But no, they had to be smart, Alex, and build high performance battery cars. It's just criminal actually doing that. That's what it is. Criminal. So the weather forecast is rain. But it's 22%. So that's the reason why I didn't go in last night to go into Edinburgh. And it's a bit of a gamble because, you know, you could lose money. Well, you probably more than likely will. More than likely will, but at the end of the day, you've just got to think of the overall picture, haven't you? Is it going to kill me? Probably not. You know. So what? You know, the whole thing about the climate crisis and everything in there. I mean, you've really got to sort of think about it, learn about it, and when you're on Facebook, where else? Twitter. You know, you've got people that are so dumb, like lots and lots of people that are believing it all. They think it's about safety, and when obviously it's all about taxation, wealth transfer. I think it's probably, yeah, I often think, is it the worst thing that's ever happened to humanity? It's because you think about all the horrible wars and everything that we've been involved in, that have happened. I think it probably is worse, yeah. Because it's the biggest scam yet. And it's not going to do anything for the planet. That's the funny part of it. So basically, it's just a sort of rearrangement of wealth, sending the lower types back to being peasants, you know, and they're complicit in it as well. Well, that's why they're lower, because they're not that intelligent, and they believe that shit, or they're dumb or something. I mean, you're always going to get some people that are so safety orientated, you know, like mothers or something, you know, that are obsessed with, think of the children type thing, so they're going to fall for all that sort of thing. But and then there's the type of people that are, wow, well, I've just been undertaken. I never seen that one coming. That was probably my fault for being in the outside lane. Yeah. I'm a, what do you call it? A lane hogger. I just never seen that coming. I'm actually well in excessive speed. I don't want to say. Probably I would have budged over, you know, if they'd sort of come up behind me. I would have seen the lights. You can see the reg number. Is that a Mercedes 200 SLK? It is. Every time you get to this bit, you can smell the shite from the tip. I don't know what it is. It's not a recycling centre, it's a landfill, isn't it? A landfill site. Is that a bit of rain there? We're going to get rain. Oh my god, we're getting rain. Oh no. It's light showers. So I think I should chance it. Might not be too bad. I mean, it's just like, it's what the forecast said. There's a little bit of light drizzle there. So the risk is, where I'm going is, if it does rain, it would get cancelled. So I suppose at the end of the day, just wasting money on diesel, that's all, isn't it? I'm giving the DPF a clean out though, I'm not. DPF clean out. Where has that Mercedes gone? That's it up there, about the sign. So the latest trick the government's about to perform is taxing you on your tyres, tyre emissions. It's like when you say these things and people go, "What are you talking about?" It's like they'll absolutely do everything and anything possible. So they're. I mean, electric vehicles are far heavier than ICE vehicles, so that basically what you could do is don't believe any of the sort of orthodox belief systems. You know, like electric cars are cheaper to run or something like that. I mean, I think most people have got, you know, wise to that nonsense. All you've got to do is look at the Nissan Leaf. You know, Nissan's chucked them under the bus, the owners that is. Whereas they are charging them something like £16,000 for a battery or something. When all said and done, back then, you were more ecologically friendly to the planet to just get a diesel car than buy a Nissan Leaf. You know, when all you had to do was watch Top Gear when they went out in them and tested them, and I ended up spending a lot of time in some city doing things, drinking cappuccinos. And so So it's quite sick what's happening. How do you protect yourself from it? Well, I don't know. It's really hard if you're in a sticky wicket anyway. You know, if you don't own your own house, if you are dependent on the government, and it's also much more difficult to buy a house and get a bit of freedom. And that's really, when you talk about freedom, you know, definition of freedom is something you're never going to get, but you can mitigate to a certain extent. So when you have so if you live in social housing or something, the Mercedes pulling off, going over to the airport. It's there, going off there. So eventually they'll tighten everything down, you know, it'll be a situation where nothing, you know, it's like George Orwell, 1984. I don't know if we're at a stage now. Are we? I think we're getting there. It's all taxation. Tax this, tax that. You know, you can't do this, you can't do that. Very strange world we're in. And it's like me, I'm not exactly, well, I'm sort of getting on a bit, so I suppose that also makes it worse for us older types, because we can see, because we can remember the freedoms that we had, you know, when we were younger, and a lot of things that that are being implemented aren't exactly freedom, so it's with responsibility. So you become owned. Classic one of that is feminism. They think they're fighting for their rights, and all they're doing is being owned by corporations. Because they sort of blamed their existence on men and this patriarchy. You know, it's so wrong. And a lot of mainstream women, some men, have fallen for it. The nonsense, it's just nonsense. And unfortunately now they're enslaved to corporations. So they might, you know, if you get a man or you're a woman, or you get a job, you find that you can't afford to buy a house. You know. So, whereas at one time, you know, the idea was the man would work and the woman would look after the children. But it's the point now. But then it's not doing your expectations. You're gonna have a new Audi or something, then it's just the way it goes, really, isn't it? But this thing's needing diesel as well. So we're heading up for Hermiston Gate. we'll throttle off, slow things down a bit. Oh, we're being very lucky with the lights. And we've been very lucky with the lights again. Wow, that was impressive. Got an actual bus. No, the bus isn't. The bus is in the bike, but the bus lane. The bus lane. Now our luck has run out with the lights. Oh no, it's changed. It's changed. There's some youths messing around. Youths. I think the bus lanes are only like Monday to Friday. I usually got them down there when I'm in the van. It's unusual for me doing it this way because normally I'm there already. But well, you know, you can do things differently in life if you feel like it. I'm certainly doing it differently today. These hedges make it difficult to see everything coming. They've probably done that deliberately as well, haven't they? So it is 33 minutes past. Yeah. So I don't know whether to go to Shell on the way back or go to Asda. Shell's up here. So driving cars and being a driver and everything, it's quite a, you know, it's not a skill, is it? It's a kind of perilous fucking thing. The obvious thing about it is that the reason that you need to drive is there's the rain starting there, is to be able to prosper. you know, and so the youths and the young that are not going for their driving test sadly for them, they're being misled, being very much misled. So we'll see what we've got. It's 35 minutes past, what is it? 5. You know, the clock in this car, I never actually put it back. It's not really that cold today either, is it? I've had the air conditioning on down quite sort of low. We've got some vans. Yeah, I've not got a lot. Sort of van in the queue. Or is it just parked there? Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't know if it is in the queue or not. It's amazing, this big bit of ground here. So thanks for watching. There's Asda up there. Hey!